Hi everyone, today I'm going to share the checklist for you, the most comprehensive checklist I will say in Ontario for you when you are relocating. So for a lot of new immigrants, especially from Asia, people from there might not know that in Canada it is quite a big headache when you move to another place, especially in terms of changing your address with all different kinds of organizations, government departments, those things. If you do not report your change of address to those people or to those departments, the consequences can be quite serious, which include not being able to use health card when going to the hospital, not able to receive the documents from the CRA, the Canada Revenue Agency, which means you might be late in paying your tax and get dramatic penalties from that. Not being able to receive a renewed credit card or debit card, as well as not being able to receive the benefits from the government or your university or schools. I have even seen my clients who cannot claim an auto insurance just because they forgot to update their home addresses. I have also myself encountered a situation where I forgot to update my mortgage bank about my relocating, and they sent me the renewal document to my old address, which I never got, and the interest rate has gone up dramatically, like by 5 times more than what I paid last year, just because I didn't renew my mortgage. And it turns into an open terms mortgage, and the interest rate is like 8 or 9%, just like a private lender. I'm paying like almost half a year for a private lender's interest when I'm getting the mortgage with a lender. So it is quite important to update your address when you are relocating. So that's why I'm trying to get a checklist for all the sellers who need it. I will also provide the checklist at the end of the video, so you can take a screenshot if you want. Okay, so I have 4 sections here. It's kind of lengthy list, and I will have divided them into 4 big sections. The first will be creditors and home services. First one will be for sure your cell phone service, land phone service, or internet cable services for TV, things like that. The second thing is the utilities, including your hydro, your gas, and water. So make sure you call all the utilities before you move into the new home, because if you don't do that, they might disconnect the service and you have to pay extra fees to activate them, and you might have to suffer a few days not having any gas in your home. And especially in Canada, it's a quite chilly winter, and nobody wants to suffer this kind of cold. The third point will be any banks or unions that you deal with for your financial, including the credit cards, debit cards, mortgage, investment accounts, those things. So make sure you update them as well. Then the fourth will be insurance companies, so including auto insurance, home insurance, all kinds of insurance you want. And the next will be the lawyers and the notary institutes. So if you have a lawyer that you work with all the time, make sure to notify the lawyer as well. Okay. The sixth point will be subscriptions to Costco's or a newspaper, other memberships, all those kind of stuff, which you make sure you get the latest membership card, coupons that you don't want to miss out, things like that. So that's for the first section. The second section will be the government services. This is quite important, and I will say the most important thing you don't want to miss out. So first one will be the driver's license. The second one will be the health card. Usually you can do both together when you go online and renew them together, but some people might have older versions of the driver's license or the health card, so you might have to go to a Service Ontario office to replace both. Third one will be the vehicle permit, which is ownership, sometimes we call. So a lot of people might forget about changing this as well, because it's just a piece of hard paper. It's not like a card you carry on all the time. So this is quite forgettable, so make sure you do that as well. Service Ontario can do that for you. Just bring the paper to them and they will get you a new address. The fourth one will be Canada Post. It's actually about their mail forwarding service. So when you move to a new place, you might have them a lot trying to update everybody about your change of address, but you will still get mails from who knows whoever you've got to update. You don't want to miss out those kind of mails. Make sure you buy this service so you won't miss out any mails. And the fifth one will be CRA, which is Canada Revenue Agency, including your corporations and individuals' address. So you don't want to miss out any documents from them, especially they are the most powerful department in Canada, just like the IRS in the States. So you don't want to mess around with those people. And the next will be the Canada Pension Plan or Old Age Security, which most people don't, but is for those who are retired already. This is quite important because you don't want to miss out any benefits from them. And the seventh will be employment insurance. It's overseen by the same federal government. So if you have an online account, just go online and go to the MSCA, which is My Service Canada account, where you can change all the information you want to. Or if you don't, just go to a Service Canada and they can do the address change for you. So it's quite simple, but just don't forget to do that. And the eighth will be IRCC, the Immigration, Refugees and the Citizenship Canada Department. You don't want to miss any documents from this department as well, especially when you are a new immigrant. And you still deal with this department to get your PR or your citizenship ready, right? Next will be the city hall. So for your personal home, actually it's fine because the lawyer will do the change of address for you for the home that you're selling. But if you have multiple homes for say rental properties, you want to make sure to notify the city hall which your rental property belongs to tell them that you are not living in the old address anymore. So tell them to send the property tax documents to the new address, and otherwise you won't be able to report your tax return for when the tax season comes next year. Okay, next one will be Elections Canada. So if you want to vote, make sure you get them to send you the vote cards next year, unless you don't really care about who's going to be the next PM, and who cares. All right, next one will be the possession and acquisition license. If you do have this license, make sure you notify RCMP about the change of the address because they require you to do that. All right, next will be OSAP. Make sure you notify the OSAP as well if you do have OSAP to pay back your loan. If there's any update about your loans, make sure you are notified, right? That's how they will send you a mail to notify any change of your program. Next section will be the personal network. So the first one will be your boss, which is your employer, who is going to provide you the T4 and any other tax documents you need. You don't want to miss out any of them, so you can get your money back from the CRA. Second will be your close friends and your relatives. Don't forget about your old friends because we are always expecting gifts from them, right? So third point will be the school and daycare. So anything relevant to your kids' education, they will have to know about your change of address and then send you any documents as needed. The fourth point will be any clubs, libraries or organizations you deal with. Make sure they know that you have moved to another location and you won't miss out anything from them as well. Next will be the online shopping accounts. Amazon, eBay, things like I have seen many of my clients who've got to change the address, and it's always sending to the default address, and then they have to come back to the old address, asking the buyer to see if they can retrieve their brand new fancy bike or other kind of kids stuff, kids toys. It could be difficult when the new owner are using the property as a rental property. It's going to be difficult to find out who took your parcel, right? And next will be charities. High-income families, they will need the tax paper from the charities to get the credit to reduce the tax they have to report to CRA, and which will dramatically reduce their tax expenses. Right, last section will be other services, including your family doctor, your dentist, your pet hospital, and even the car dealership if you have a leased car or financed car. So make sure they are aware of your address change. Last will be the labor union and your professional association, especially for engineers and whoever, to keep informed about their current industry and don't want to be left behind. All right, that's the whole checklist. As you can see, you can take a screenshot, or you can use the link as I have shown in the description of the video. Feel free to use it, and hope this can help. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.